Hello everyone, Ritika Narang from Incredibles Overseas Consultants. My today's class is going to be about conjunctions. Uh, First of all, before beginning with the actual rules of conjunctions, let me tell you why conjunctions are very important in order to enhance the level of your English. Basically, if we talk about written English or may it be spoken English, the usage of conjunctions makes the level of English a little higher. If we use simple words to connect different words or different sentences, that makes a very basic English. But in order to enhance your spoken as well as written English, you need to use the conjunctions or the connectors uh, in order to, you know, give a beautiful command over your English. So, without wasting any time, let me begin with what conjunctions actually are. Conjunctions are the those words which connect different words in a sentence together to form not just give a meaning to the sentence, but also to enhance the level of the English used in it. So, for the purpose of that, I'm first going to share a screen over here. All right. Let me just give a brief idea without getting much into the depth of what conjunctions are and how you can learn the rules about it. See, while learning spoken English, you need to get a little bit away from the rules and actually understand what is important about a particular grammar tool while speaking it, while using it in actual spoken English, because sometimes the rules complicate us. Therefore, we need to learn the usage of the thing rather than learning the rules of grammar tool as of while we're learning spoken English. Once we go to the written English, everything changes. We definitely need to get into the rules. So now, what are conjunctions? As you can see on the screen, it says conjunctions are those words that link other words, phrases, or clauses together. As I even mentioned earlier, that they give a an impressive form of what you have just used in English. So, for example, there's an example given over here which says, "I like cooking and eating, but I don't like washing dishes afterward." Sophie is clearly exhausted, yet she insists on dancing till dawn. Now, these conjunctions allow you to form complex, elegant sentences, impressive sentences, and avoid the choppiness of multiple short sentences. With the use of conjunctions, your English becomes a little more impressive. You tend to remove the short sentences in your usage of English and try your hand over long and complex sentences in English. Make sure that the phrases joined by conjunctions are parallel, that is, they share the same structure. I'll explain this thing to you in depth further. Let us see. I work quickly and careful. This is an incorrect sentence. How is it incorrect? Because the structure used in this sentence carries two different words with different structure. Quickly is not in the form of same as careful. Like if we are using the word, the form of a word in a way, whether it is describing an adjective, whether it is a noun, whether it is a pronoun, or whether it is a verbal activity, or whether it's the form of a verb, the structures need to be same. I work quickly and careful. That's incorrect. We need to have the same sound, the same structure in the word careful as it is in quickly. Therefore, the correct version of it will be I work quickly and carefully, which makes it's very clear that quickly and carefully are in the same structure. Both the words are used in the same structure, and there is a conjunction in between, that is and. That is and. Without and, you would be describing both your activities in different sentences. For example, the first sentence that you would give is, without the usage of conjunction, you would give is, I work quickly, full stop. And the next or the second sentence that you would say is, I work carefully. Now, with the usage of and, these two short sentences can be converted into one little lengthy and elegant sentence. Now, moving further, there are different types of conjunctions. One is coordinating conjunction, as you can see over here, coordinating conjunctions, and the other one is subordinating conjunctions. These are two types of conjunctions. I'll explain them to you in detail. The coordinating conjunctions, as I'll zoom it for you so that you can see it a little better. Now, coordinating conjunctions allow you to join words, phrases, and clauses of equal grammatical rank in a sentence. As I told you, for the uses of conjunction, you need to share at least the same structure of the words. Apart from that, if we talk about coordinating conjunctions, the grammatical rank that is used in a sentence also needs to be the same. Now, how can it be the same? Let me explain it to you further. The most common coordinating conjunctions are, there are certain types of coordinating conjunctions which are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. You can remember them by using the mnemonic device fanboys. Means this is a short symbolic version that is given to you by which you can remember these words easily. That is fanboys. F stands for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, B stands for but, O stands for or, yet, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. So the coordinating conjunctions have fanboys as a symbolic representation for the following conjunctions. I repeat: for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Now, the correct version of a coordinating conjunction is given. I would like pizza or a salad for lunch. We needed a place to concentrate, so we packed up our things and went to the library. Jessie did not have much money, but she got by. Now, please make note that the use of comma when a coordinating conjunction is joining two independent clauses. Now, what are independent clauses? Before moving further, you need to know what are independent clauses. Now, I'll give you a little brief discussion about this by sharing another slide. Okay, moving further, I would like to describe you that in coordinating conjunctions, the clauses used need to be independent clauses, that they're not dependent on any other clause by the usage of any other conjunction in between. Means the sentence should be of independent nature. Apart from that, when we talk about the grammatical unit need to be same in coordinating conjunction, I mean to say that in a sentence, while using coordinating conjunction, that is while using fanboys, that is F stands for, A stands for and, N stands for nor, then B stands for but, O stands for or, Y stands for yet, and S stands for so. In that case, you need to make sure that a noun is used with a noun, an adjective is used with an adjective, a phrase with a phrase, and a clause with a clause. Means when you are connecting two sentences or various words in a sentence, say, while using coordinating conjunctions, you need to make sure that the grammatical units need to be same. Their structure needs to be same. Same. So if I talk about, uh, let me give you an example. For example, many boys and girls attended the Republic Day function. Many boys and girls attended the Republic Day function. In this, the boys dash girls are connected with a conjunction which is and, and. Now you can see the two words are both noun in nature. The two words are both of noun in nature, boys and girls. Similarly, if you take about um, Peter and Tim, Peter is also a noun and Tim is also a noun. Peter and Tim often go out for long walks. In such case, Peter and Tim both are nouns and therefore they're connected by a coordinating conjunction. Now, I'll give you another one. I called him back, but he moved on. Now, him and he both are subjects. Both are subjects. Both are of same grammatical unit. Apart from that, let's take out one more note that you need to know is coordinating conjunctions are used to form compound sentences. Now, what are compound sentences and what are complex sentences? I would like you to go into my another video that I'll be linking with this link soon about compound and complex sentences, the differences between compound and complex sentences. You can please take a key note about it in that. But as of now, while talking about conjunctions, I would say that coordinating conjunctions are used to form compound sentences and not complex sentences. There are two kinds of sentences in order to enhance your English, complex and compound. But make sure that coordinating conjunctions are used to form compound sentences. Now, what are correlative conjunctions? We have correlative conjunctions. Now, uh, they are used in pairs. Correlative conjunctions are used in pairs. Like when we use conjunctions like either or, neither nor, not only but also, both and both dash and dash, though dash yet dash, hardly dash, when, whether, or, no sooner than. Okay, such uh, conjunctions which are used in pair are called correlative conjunctions. For example, I'll quote an example over here. He is both kind and wise. Now, in this, you have used both and, both as well as and. Means one conjunction is both and the other conjunction is and. The next example is either sleep और सिट अप एंड स्टडी, या तो तुम सो जाओ या उठकर बैठ जाओ और पढ़ो. Either is one conjunction or is another conjunction, but they are used in pair. When conjunctions are used in pair, they are referred to as correlative conjunctions. The third type of conjunction is subordinating conjunction. Now I'm going to give a screen share for the same. Yes, subordinating conjunctions. Just a second. Subordinating conjunctions join independent and dependent clauses. Subordinating conjunctions join independent and dependent clauses. I'll also give a brief description about clauses in my one of the other videos. You can please share the link of both these very soon in my upcoming videos that I'll be putting across. A subordinating conjunction can signal a cause and effect relationship, or when there is a cause, means when something happened, there was a cause, and there was a result out of it, which is its effect. So when there is a cause and effect relationship, or a contrast, or some other kind of relationship between the clauses, means you want to say something, but there is an opposite reaction of it, or there is an opposite result of it, means a contrast between the clauses. In such cases, subordinating conjunction is used. Common subordinating conjunctions are because, since, as, although, though, while, and whereas. Sometimes an adverb such as until, after, or before can function as a conjunction too. Now, I can say, there's an example that is given. I can stay out until the clock strikes 12. Means they are giving a cause and an effect relationship. When the clock will strike 12, what will be the effect? The effect will be that the person will get in. Basically, the person can stay out until the clock strikes 12. Until the clock strikes 12. So now, यहाँ पे जो adverb है until, that functions as a coordinating conjunction to connect two ideas, that is can stay out and the clock strikes 12. Okay, in this, one is the independent clause and other is the dependent clause that I'll be discussing in my upcoming video. But before that, you can take just a brief idea which is given over here. The independent clause could stand alone as a sentence, can stay out, it has a meaning. Okay, the dependent clause depends on the independent clause to make a sense of it. When the phrases or the clauses do not make a sense and their sense comes to be with the help of another clause, that to an independent clause, such a clause is called dependent clause. जिसमें आप देख सकते हो कैन स्टे आउट का तो हमें मतलब समझ आ रहा है कि बाहर रह सकता हूं, ठीक है, बट द क्लॉक स्ट्राइक्स 12, इससे कोई हमें मीनिंग नहीं समझ आ रहा कि क्लॉक पे 12 बजते हैं. That does not make any meaning. कब बजते हैं, क्यों बजते हैं, right? Can stay out makes a meaning that yes, you can stay out, I can stay out, we can stay out, or whatever. When the subject will be added also, it will make it further more clear. So the subordinating conjunction does not need to go in the middle of the sentence. It has to be the part of dependent clause, but the dependent clause can come before the independent clause. Now, let me tell you, as I told you in the beginning of my video, that you're not supposed to get involved in too much of grammatical rules while learning how to speak in English. Therefore, although I have shown you what all these sentences are, independent clauses or dependent clauses, or what kind of conjunctions are there, I don't want you to get into much rules. All I want you to know is learn the usage of words like although, though, while, whereas, because, since, as. Okay, then you can also say until, after, or before. And then, as we had the symbolic version of fanboys, you need to learn the usage of all these words so that you can make your English a little more impressive without giving a depth explanation about the rules. But then, yes, don't forget to learn the rules if you actually need them in your written, or if there is somebody who asks you, you must be aware about what rules are. But in order to just speak in English, I don't think it's important to know the rules in depth, because it's just a language that you're learning how to speak and not learning the rules of it. So moving further, Uh, as I told you, correlative conjunctions I have already spoken about, either or, neither nor, not only but also, and these all are related with, these conjunctions are always used in the pairs. They're always used in pair. Um, Let me take a little more. There are some other subordinating conjunctions which are after, although, as if, as long as much as soon as though, because, before, by the time, even if, even though, if, in order that, in case, in that, in the event that, lest, now that, once, only if, provided that, since, so, supposing that, then, though, till, unless, until, when, whenever, where, whereas, wherever, whether or not, and while. Now, please try to use these sentences. Please try to use these words, these conjunctions in your sentences very often. I'm like, I want all of you to practice using this, you know, your day-to-day language by involving these words and these conjunctions in your regular day-to-day sentences. Suppose you're conversing with your brother, you're conversing with your sister, or any of your family member. Make sure that now, instead of speaking short little sentences, instead of saying, you can say, giving a small example, he had done this. No, he hasn't got the result yet. No, he hasn't got the result. Instead, you can say, although he had completed his work, comma, you don't have to speak the comma, but your tone, your pausing makes it clear. He hasn't able to, receive good result from it. Or you can say, let's take about, either, when you suppose you're conversing with your sister or your brother, either you pass me the remote of the TV, or I'll never provide you, with it again. Means, या तो आप मुझे टीवी का रिमोट दे दो, या मैं आपको कभी भी दोबारा प्रोवाइड नहीं करूंगा. ओके, सो मम्मा से आपने कुछ खाने में कुछ चाहिए आपको, ठीक है, यू कैन से, Mama, either you prepare a cake, or let's eat outside today. Okay, so either and or, these both conjunctions used in pair, that is correlative conjunctions. Once you try to use such conjunctions in your day-to-day language, your English automatically becomes a little more impressive. So all I want to tell you is, for those who are actually wanting to learn the rules, I'll share another video for the list, for the conjunctions part, with the exact information of, independent clauses, dependent clauses, and what kind of conjunctions have what kind of usage. Individual conjunction with an individual usage will also be discussed in my other videos. But as of now, since this video is made for the spoken English part, let me tell you, don't get much into the rules, but do try to use these words, these conjunctions in your day-to-day language, and see the difference. See the difference. Try to use these conjunctions in the initial also, in the beginning also. For instance, people hardly use the word since in the initial. ठीक है, अब अपने घर में कोई आपके आया है, आपने उनको रीजन देना है कि आपने आज काम क्यों नहीं किया, अपने पेरेंट्स को कुछ बता रहे हो कि आज आपने काम क्यों नहीं किया, यू कैन से, सिंस आई वाज अनवेल. सिंस, व्हेन यू यूजिंग सिंस फॉर द पर्पस ऑफ अ रीजन, आप रीजन दे रहे हैं कि क्योंकि मैं अनवेल थी इसलिए मैं अपना काम कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाई. Since I was unwell, I wasn't able to complete my work today. Okay, so try to use these words in the initial of the sentences, because this will give you more, build a habit in you to make sure that you follow these list of words every day in your day-to-day language. Try to paste a paper in front of your almirah, or in your, or your fridge, or anywhere which any such place which you visit often. Try to paste it in your living area. Try to use these words with your family members, the ones who speak in English or are trying to learn how to speak in English. Bring them into regular usage, so that instead of using short little sentences, you're trying to use a little more enhanced level of English by using conjunctions and joining different sentences and making them large sentences. So that's all for today. This is the class of conjunctions that I had specially formed for the spoken English students, the students who are learning speaking English. And please stay connected. Please stay tuned for my upcoming videos. Thank you so much.